Hello guys, and welcome to my vlog. It's time for another midnight vlog. This one's going to be extremely long, so if you're easily bored, you're probably just going to want to steer away. Um, Let me see. Let's start at the beginning of the day. It's Friday. I actually have a weekend off, so there's a rarity in itself. We've been having boatloads of overtime lately. So, I worked all last weekend, so if I hadn't had a what we call a spank me day at work, um, this would have Friday morning or Thursday night would have been my uh, what 12th 12th day or night in a row of work. So fortunately for me, I got a spank me day on last Thursday, not Thursday night, but Wednesday night, and so I got to stay home. I got a day off when nobody else did. So it wasn't a paid day off, regrettably, but it was a day off. So I got out of work this morning. My first thing on my mind was, I'm doing an awful lot of living out of drugstores lately. Because drugstores nowadays carry a small number of groceries. CVS has more groceries, I think, than Kinney does, but both Kinney and CVS, which are both nearby me, um, relatively speaking, carry a small amount of groceries, as well as Burn Dairy down the road. But they don't really carry a big selection of anything. It's like some cereals, some canned goods, a whole lot of beef jerky and cheese doodles and candy bars and all kinds of stuff that really isn't good for you at all. It has literally no nutritional value whatsoever. Um, but anyway, I'm tired of living out of those kind of places, so about once a month I have to actually go to the store and buy real food. Um, so I decided that this week would be the week to do it. I couldn't find a ride at work, so I ended up walking through the remains of the great blizzard of December 2014, all the way from Marietta on Huntington Street to Tops, all the way out at the end of Groton Ave and 281, which is, for those of you that don't know, quite a distance, say probably a mile. So, and about, well, very, very few I have to say, but still, I mean, overall, percentage-wise, it's probably about 5%. But in reality, it's probably just 8 to 10 uh, sidewalks just along Groton Ave alone that were not shoveled. So, and I wear sneakers, so walking through, you know, more than ankle deep snow in sneakers is not fun. So I got quite angry. And so sometimes I had to walk in the road, and of course that made the motorists angry. And so I couldn't win. I was kind of upset. So I finally did make it out to Tops. And I got my money out of the ATM out there because that was one of the reasons I had to pay, part of the rent. And if I go anywhere else, I get charged by the ATM, and then I get charged again by my bank for using a foreign ATM. So I usually end up paying at least $6 to get my own damn money out at an ATM. So if I go to Tops, which is where my bank is, and use their ATM, it doesn't cost me a damn thing. So that's another reason why I wanted to go out there. So I went out there. I took the rent money out. I made a fairly large sum of money this week, so I still had like 110 left. And so anyway, I put my card in the ATM, got my money out, took my receipt, decided I was freezing cold and half zombified from being at work all night and not having any sleep and then having to walk all the way out there. So I thought, well, I'll get some coffee and that'll wake me up and warm me up. So I did that, relaxed for a little while, got out, walked over to Family Dollar, got some dry cat food, some wet cat food for my cats, and got up to the register, went to take my ATM card out of my pocket, and of course I never got my ATM card back out of the ATM. So the cashier at Family Dollar said that the ATM probably ate it. So I immediately walked back over to Tops at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Ran in there, and of course my card was gone and nowhere to be seen. Checked customer service. Nobody had turned it in. So what I did was I had to wait for the freaking bank to open then. So when the bank finally did open at 10, I went up and asked them about it, and they opened the ATM, and my card was there, of course. Fortunately, they did not charge me for having lost it to their ATM machine. So I got my card back, did the rest of my shopping, went back to Dollar General and Save a Lot, and slogged through all the crap back home again, paid my rent, went to bed, got up, I don't know when I got up, 6, 7 o'clock, surfed around on the internet, screwed around, decided that, last night I decided that I was going to take my cat carrier over to Central Ave. Pardon me. By the way, tonight's episode is being brought to you by Budweiser. Yeah, that's right. I'm not really being paid by them, but I am drinking their beer. Anyway, I went over to Central Ave. I got my cat carrier out, opened it up. Well, I didn't open it up. I took it over to Central Ave. Everybody was looking at me like I was crazy, and got over there. Little Bum was there, and as well as Scamp. This is kind of hilarious. I took out a can of wet food because I've had them on dry food for a few days now, and threw it in the dish, put the dish inside of the cat carrier, and Little Bum came over and kind of sniffed at the doorway to the cat carrier, but she wouldn't go in. And the stupid little black cat, Scamp, he ran right in. And yeah, I could have brought him home, but she would not go near that cat carrier. Matter of fact, when she saw me coming with it, she kind of got all skittish on me. So I kept trying to get her in and trying to get her in, and I only had the one can of cat food, so I kept showing it to her, and she wanted to eat it, and I put it back inside of the cat carrier, and she wouldn't go in, and she just turned her nose up at it. So this is the part that probably everybody's going to be pissed off at me about, but it's getting to be a very, very large logistical problem for me to go over there in the middle of winter. I mean, I'm 55 now. I don't want to dash through snowdrifts and sub-zero weather just so I could feed a cat on a porch. So that's why I thought, well, I'll just bring her home. So anyway, when she refused to eat any of the food, I just said, well, if I feed her, she's never going to go into the cat carrier. So I just put the food back in the cat carrier, or shut the cat carrier, locked it up, and walked away and didn't feed any of them. So I am going to go back over tomorrow and see if I can get her, in the carrier then. If she isn't going to get in the carrier, then I'm going to have to just stop. So, but because I can't live my life here and there, so I'm going to, bring her here, or I'm not going to go there. So, I know this is going to be an unpopular decision among most of you, but think about it. How would you guys like to trudge through a winter wasteland for a half a mile every single night? Over and over every day for the rest of that animal's life, pretty much. So it's as much as I do like the cat, some things you just gotta let go. I know that she made it through last winter without any help from me whatsoever, so I'm sure she'll be fine. So, but and she's gonna get another chance tomorrow to come home with me. But if not, then not. Not much I can do. So that's where that whole thing stands. I came home. I walked down to down to Bern to buy my lovely Budweiser, and the girl behind the counter at Vern was an old friend that I used to work with at Marietta over in Central Ave, on Central Ave, which was at least 3 years ago plus. So she was asking me if I remember this person, if I remember that person, because a lot of people that work at Marietta are all connected outside of the plant because it's like there's you and then there's all your friends, and then when you go to work, your friends find out that they're hiring, and then you end up going there, so you end up with groups of people that know. And she was part of a group of people that knew each other outside of the plant. Most of those people I knew myself. So, so she was asking me about them. It was kind of pleasant, being, running into somebody that I hadn't seen in a while that still remembered me. So, anyway, that's what's up. That's what's going on. I had a few things that were irking me on my way into Burn Dairy. I was walking, for instance, I was walking up the sidewalk. I got to an intersection, and there was a car immediately right there waiting to turn up the intersection. So I stopped, and they stopped. It's like these cars assume that that all pedestrians are stupid, and they're going to walk out in front of them. Well, they're wrong. So they need to stop assuming that pedestrians are stupid. If you're going to turn. We'll wait. The car always has the right of way. The 3,000-pound rolling chunk of metal wins over blood and bone. So maybe there are a few people out there that are crazy enough to walk in front of cars. Well, then those people you have to look out for. But you don't need to stop and wait for me to cross the street. You need to go. So just like people need to shovel the sidewalks, but I've been off on that on Facebook earlier today. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm sorry it was such a downbeat kind of, vlog, but that's what happened to me today. There'll be more vlogs. I'm thinking about doing some, vlogs during the day, and I'm thinking about scripting one of the whole zombie apocalypse thing that I'd started on my Android. I've got some fairly good ideas, but I gotta actually start writing them down and scripting them out. But maybe in a few months here, I'll be able to get that started up, and I'll give you some more content to look at. As always, if you're not one of my friends from Facebook, you can like and subscribe, or if you are one of my friends from Facebook, you can like and subscribe. I've got, I think it's like 20 videos up now on YouTube on my channel. So I like to keep people posted. I don't have a lot of family. I don't have a really wide circle of friends that I'm extremely close with. So this kind of allows people to track me, and I don't mean that in the government spooky kind of way. I mean that, I have friends. They like to know what I'm doing and what I'm up to, and I only see them once or twice a year. So this way they can just tune in and say, oh, that's what he's up to now. He's still pissed off. Okay, well. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'll probably have another vlog up tomorrow explaining what's going on with Little Bum and Central. So you all have a good night. Peace.